your host and founder of Phase Fight Club. Today is episode 1, and I have a special guest with me. His name is Gage El Miklo Rios. Thank you so much for being here,
No
Gage.
problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. So, I'm going to just go ahead and get right into it. So, Gage, tell me a little bit about you, and also tell me what got you into boxing.
Yeah, so my name is Gage Rios. I'm from Racine, Wisconsin. I'm an amateur boxer. I've been boxing now for about a year and a half. I got my third fight coming up this Saturday in Oklahoma. What got me into boxing was I grew up in a rough neighborhood. I grew up in a very Hispanic neighborhood, a very Hispanic heritage. Being so light skinned and stuff like that, it's just a way that I proved myself growing up a lot of. So I just fell in love with the fighting in general. And the more I grew up, the more I thought it was going to go away. But the feeling of fighting was always there. So when you have that feeling of fighting and it never goes away, instead of using that for something that's not going to be positive, I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and take this to a positive narrative with it. So I got into boxing. Jay Burnell, he found me, and thanks to Jay Burnell, he got me into boxing. He got me into a gym and got me doing it the right way. So basically, I just started from some like a backyard underground fight league. We were doing just backyard fights, when matching up with whoever. It was a good time. And then from there, like I said, I got found from there, got into a real boxing ring, got into a real boxing gym, started training, started taking it serious. And that's what led me to this point where I'm at now today. So
Nice.
journey's just getting started, and we're working hard and getting to it, ready for this upcoming fight on Saturday. So
Right, right. So tell me a little bit about what a life in the day of a boxer looks like. What's your training regimen?
So the day of life of a boxer is different for everybody. Some people have the opportunity to have a lot of, well, how do I say it? They have a lot better opportunities than other certain people. So the day in life of a boxer, I'm not going to say is that for the same for everybody. So I can't speak for anybody or everybody. But for myself and people I know, basically around here in Racine, we all train together. If you're from a gym or a different gym and stuff like that, it doesn't matter. We all get together, get the work in. A lot of running. I tell everybody with boxing, it's a lot of running. And believe it or not, boxing is more of a mind game to me than it is a physical game. Because when you're in there and you're tired and you're exhausted and it's not going your way, you got two choices. You're either gonna try to fire back and get out that fire, or you're gonna fold, you're gonna collapse, and you're gonna quit on yourself. So boxing training, like I said, it's a lot of running, it's a lot of hard cardio, weightlifting, stuff like that. I know a lot of pro boxers that train a lot harder than I do. Of course, I give them that. But yeah, I mean, boxing in general, the training wise, it's a lot more conditioning, a lot more body weight stuff like that, a lot more repetitions, a lot more stuff like that. Not so many high reps, high weights, stuff
Right.
like that. I mean, so overall, it's a good time. I love it. The training to me is one of the best parts because when you're training hard and you train for this fight, when you go into the fight, you're going at peak capacity. You know that you've done everything you can while
Right.
you were training. So,
That leads me into this. One question I always had is when a boxer is getting ready, fight night, going to that ring, doing his walk in. What's going through your mind at that point?
for me personally, a lot of different things. First things that come to my mind, in all honesty, were my daughters because they're the ones that I do it for. They're the ones that I push forward for. So when I'm walking down to that ring, I try to calm and nerves. You're gonna get nerves.
Right.
There's a difference between scared and nerve.
Yeah.
You're always gonna get nerves before a fight. I don't care what anybody says. Nerves is a human emotion that you're gonna get. If you're saying you're not nervous, honestly, I think you're lying.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'm not saying you're scared because I'm never scared. You know, it's
Right.
it's
Right.
it's always go time. I put the work in for it. But yeah, you're anxious. You know, you're ready to get in there. It's a lot running through your mind. Did I put the work in that I need to get put in, and stuff like that? And that's why I said earlier, I feel like boxing is a lot more of a mental game at the same time as a physical game. It's like playing chess almost, you know. So, yeah, walking out to that ring, it's hard to explain what you're thinking because you're just thinking so many different things. It's a crazy feeling. It's one of the best feelings in the world to me, honestly,
Yeah.
is walking down to that ring and being able to go in there and show people the work that I put in the weeks before leading up. So
So let me ask this: what is your fight song, and why did you choose it? What does it mean to you?
my first fight song. It's funny because you were actually my first sponsor, so and you were there.
Right.
My first fight song, I was supposed to walk out to El Jefe de Jefes by Las Tigres del Nortes,
Right.
just because that song it stands out to me because of the fact it kind of reminds me of my like if you want to be the bosses of bosses, you got to be the bosses of bosses. You got to live that life. You can't just
Exactly.
talk that life. You have to be about it, live that life, and put the hard work in to be the El Jefe de Jefes.
Yep.
So that song right there sticks out to me very closely, and especially I grew up around Tejano music and stuff like that. So it's always been
Right.
a big thing to me as well. So yeah, that was my song, but that's not what played though. What played
Yeah.
was Jack is back, and I didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on, but
I remember that. That was a moment, though.
but yeah, it
It was
was a moment. Yeah, it
awesome.
was. So
It was awesome going. I will say going to the ring. Like I didn't get to walk to the ring, but the walkout was
oh yeah,
just
it was a
awesome.
good
It was
time. It was
very
fun. It was
awesome.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was very excited for my first one as well. So yeah,
So you kind of touched on that you fight for your daughters. Tell me a little bit more about that. Who do you fight for? I mean, besides your daughters, what really drives you?
honestly, the what drives me the most, and I'm gonna just be really open and honest here. What drives me the most is the I really want to prove to myself. You know,
Great.
that's really the most main thing I feel like a lot of people that I talk to in boxing is it's not about proving it's about proving people wrong. You know, it's like
Right.
someone like me, I've been doubted my whole life. I grew up in the street life and the gangs and stuff like that. And no one would ever think that I'm here now doing what I'm doing now instead of what I was doing before. So to me, it's an opportunity to prove to others that no matter where you started from and no
Mm-hmm.
matter what you're around growing up, you can break that cycle and go a different way and do it the right way.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that got me into boxing was the ability to prove people that hey, you can do this
Mm-hmm.
and you can look and be like, you know what, it's time to make a change and make that change
Yeah.
in your life that's needed. So when it
Yeah.
comes to boxing, it's for my daughters, it's for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and third, it's for my family, and it's just bringing the pride and joy to my family. I'm a first generation boxer, so I don't have nobody else that boxes. Oh, I have a cousin that boxed a long time ago, but
Mm-hmm.
in my intermediate family, I'm a first generation boxer. So it's hoping that one day my daughters and my daughter, she loves watching to go watch my fights,
Yeah.
but it's hoping that one day she wants to get in that ring as
Right.
well, you know. And if
Right.
she just want to get in the ring, at least train, you know, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I
So
can I can relate to being doubted, and that certainly does touch home, but in a different arena for
right,
me.
exactly. Yeah. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we all face our trials and tribulations in life, whether it's in a boxing ring or if it's whether it's outside the boxing ring. So
Okay. So I know that bout, maybe everything didn't go in your favor that day. After that, you went back in the ring, and now you're going back in the ring this Saturday.
yes, yeah.
Tell me what drives you to go back in the ring and get your mind right, set to do it again.
A wise man once said, "You don't lose until you quit.
Mm-hmm.
Once you quit, that's when you're a loser." Okay, and I
Mm-hmm.
know loser is a strong word, and it's not a word I should say,
Mm-hmm.
but but me, I'm the hardest on myself,
Yeah.
you know, and I feel like you have to be in this game. You have to be the hardest person to yourself. So to me, it's about the ability to get knocked down and get back up again, and knowing that my every time I got in there, the last two times was better than the first time, was better than this time. So now this time we're gonna go in there, we're gonna shoot for better than the last time.
Right.
Um, my biggest enemy is myself. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm my own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited to get back in there and show everybody that these last two fights were just the beginning, and we're
Right.
not now we're getting our feet going and we're gonna start running
Yeah.
with it. So
I've definitely. I think I met you probably about 2 years ago,
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
some
that.
of that's about a year and a half ago. Yeah,
Okay. So through that time, I mean, I've seen growth already.
yeah,
And you're very focused. You were focused then too, but I've seen growth.
yeah,
And I have no doubt that it's not an if, it's a when.
right,
And
exactly.
and you're definitely going to prevail. I know it. And I mean, good things just happen to good people. And I see that you're a good, humble person. And I just realize, you're gonna win. You're
Yeah, I
gonna win.
appreciate that. I
So,
appreciate that.
so going off of that, what is it gonna feel like when you get that win?
When I get that win, it's gonna feel like just all the hard work paid off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be honest, I'm the first one to say, um, even now I'm not saying that like I'm not gonna win because we're going in there with that
Right,
mindset we're gonna
right,
win.
right.
But I kind of look at it now as like even it's not winning or losing, it's winning or I'm taking a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get that first window, it's gonna feel great because it means that all the hard work I put in, the not giving up, the frustration of taking the losses really drove me
Right.
to a dark place. That first one drove me to a
Yeah.
dark place, and it made me realize if you want to be in this game, you got to take it serious, you know.
Right.
So after that, everything happens for a reason. I started working harder. My
Right.
second fight, I was up on the scorecards, but
Mm-hmm.
on the third round, I gave up on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I had to fight with, my own inner battles that I had to fight
Yeah.
with, and I can't
That's
wait to
neat.
I can't wait to go back there on Saturday and fight him again and show him
Yeah.
that show 'em who's coming. You know.
Right, right, exactly, exactly, and keep that mindset.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it's not a if, it's just a when.
No, yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Yep,
it's and
yep.
I'm a hot streak person. Once I get on that roll, there's no stopping. So they better watch out. Don't let me get hot. Don't let me get hot.
Good, good. So let's move forward. Let's say you go through your career. You got a good boxing career, and then you get, you're older. And what kind of legend or legacy would you like to leave behind? What do you want people to remember Gage by?
And it's
Whether that's in the ring or outside
and
the ring.
and it's crazy that you asked me that. Gave me goosebumps. You asked me that because it's something I think about all the time, and I talk to my like my dad about all the time too. And anybody that knows me, I put myself last. I love my city. More importantly, I love the next generation of my city, and I love the kids that are coming along the way. Growing up, my generation, I know a lot of people that took that wrong path down life that had a lot of potential to do other things. I mean, me included as well. I wanted to box since I was 12 years old. Now I'm 25. Get into it now. So it's kind of like it's just after this, I really just want to be known for someone that helped out the community. When I'm done boxing, I want to go pro in 2 years. After I go pro in 2 years, I want to fight till I'm 33. That 10-year plan. And then after that, I want to go ahead and open a gym free for troubled youth in our city. And it's one thing I always really want to focus on is giving back to our youth and trying to make a difference because I see a lot of potential in our city that a lot of people don't see.
Absolutely.
And I see it and it's there. And all some people need is just that little extra little push. So by the time I go, I hope I'm just remembered for being someone that the next generation could look at as an inspiration and look at me as someone that had their back no matter what. And no matter what they've done or what they've said in the past or what's happened in the past, I don't care about any of that, what side of town they're from or anything like that. So at the end of the day, I mean, when I go, I just hope I've done enough to just be remembered in the city as someone that helped out and looked out for everybody more than he looked out for himself. And that's just my personality as a person. So
Wow, that's deep, Gage. And I have no doubt that you have a bright future, not only in the boxing ring but outside as
I
well.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Gage, let me ask you: is there anything that you want to share that I haven't asked with your fans, with your supporters?
Yes. So a couple of things actually. I want to special shout out to Faye here for believing in me and sponsoring me in my first ever fight. I still wear the shorts and the boxing the boxing shoes to this day. So I appreciate her for that. A couple other things is talking to anybody directly. If you're watching this, you got a dream, go chase it. Like I was telling her, like I was telling Faye, I wanted to box as I was a young kid, and I just decided to go do other stuff. And at the time, it felt like it was worth it. But now, if you ask me, I would go back in time and I would start boxing when I wanted to. Who knows where I could be? So at the end of the day, don't ever let nobody doubt you. Always continue to be yourself. Keep chasing your dreams. People are gonna doubt you along the way. You just gotta look at them, push them out the way, and keep pushing because that's what we do around here. So, and then other than that, I mean, like I said, I want to thank you, Faye, for inviting me. I do want to give a special shout out to some Racine boxers, Marcos Valdez from Tenacious Boxing. Shout out to bro, man. He got me into boxing. He got me into fighting in general. So shout out to him. Jerome Lampert from Boxing Saves Lives. He's doing a great thing for the community. Shout out to him. Jay Bernal, my coach. Shout out to him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today with the boxing and all that. Torrin Turner, he has a fight coming up this Saturday in Green Bay. He's another great Racine boxer getting back to it. Good luck to you, my brother. A Lion, I can't remember his last name, from Tenacious Boxing. He had a great fight on Saturday in Racine. There's so many other names I could name, but there's so much people coming out of Racine that if you didn't know, you're going to know now. And I believe in every single one of these guys that I said and everybody else that I didn't say. So at the end of the day, if you're from Racine, I got you, you got me, and we got each other, man. We're doing this. Let's go.
Absolutely. This is episode 1, and I just want to thank Gage for coming on the show. Talk, just talk. Just talk. Just talk, Gage. No, talk a little bit more about.
I was a boxer, I was a comedian, but I failed at that, so I started getting punched in the face instead because it was an easier option, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm here giving political answers on the interview.
Yeah, and I've only known her a year and a half. Thanks, Gage.
Can't speak for everybody, but I speak for myself.
Right. No, but seriously, folks, one take. That was pretty good. First episode. Come on.
Yes, it
Come
was
on.
my first ever interview.
Yes. Correct.
Great time.
Yep. Great time.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. Just here
Oh, and Gage, tell them your, for sparring purposes. Tell them your height, weight, whatever.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of me to spar, I am not like Aaron the plumber. I'm not ducking no action. You can find me at Racine, Wisconsin. Facebook is Gage Rios. I'm 5'9". I'm 135 pounds. I got like a 80-inch reach probably or something like that, close to. So if you want to get some work in, I love working with different people and all types of different people from everywhere. So just let me know.
Just invite me.
Just invite Faye too so she can come watch. And maybe you'll get their next interview and you'll be on here next. So yeah,
Right.
just get a hold of me, Gage Rios, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Hope to get in contact with you guys as well. Let's get some work in.
Great. Okay, so how dare him come into my studio here with a Dolphins hat on? No.
I know, right? Good old Dolphins fans.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bunch of
We got to be
losers.
politically
I
correct.
know, let me not say that. I forgot. Let me forget.
Yeah.
I had to hide the hair. I'm not taking the hat off. Though.
But go Pack go.
No. No pack, no. No pack, no. No pack fans. No pack fans around here.
So, okay. Okay, so we found that Gage is really good at interviews and so if you're looking for a politician here.
Yeah, I'm running. Governor Racine, 2029. Give me an office and I'm doing the job right. I'm here to get the job done.
That's mayor.
Yeah.
Now I can finally get you back, Gage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's too many punches to the head.
Thank you, everyone.